What's up? I'm Joe. You know when people make those grammatical mistakes online, miss an apostrophe or something like that, and people freak out? Doesn't it seem strange to anybody else that mistakes over grammar and spelling induce more rage than, things that actually matter? OMG, I can't stand it when people type a lot. Or when they say me and Brad instead of Brad and I. When someone says supposedly, it makes me want to run them over with a shopping cart. Oh my god, and this one time this guy used the wrong form of there, and I told him that for every homonym he screwed up, I would squish a cupcake that his mother made especially for him right in front of his face. We hate mistakes. They make us squirm, but secretly we love to hate those mistakes. There's this compulsion that humans have to fix the tiny little errors that pop up in front of us. We get this burst of endorphins every time we fix a mistake because we feel smart. So even though we pretend to the world to hate these mistakes, we actually on some level like it when there are typos and grammatical errors. There are actually structures in our brains that is designed specifically to seek out these tiny little imperfections. They do nothing but look for the tiny little bump in the tablecloth. They're constantly on the lookout for any tiny little detail, misapplicated words, Photoshop errors, or the prepositions we end our sentences with. And the internet really only encourages these neuroses. It's one of the coolest hive-mindy things about the internet, that it's self-correcting. And don't get me wrong, the internet takes itself way too seriously. Anytime there's a slip-up, even if it's an ironic one, you can guarantee that somebody's gonna miss the joke and feel the need to just correct something. Or even if they don't miss the joke, there's this tiny little thing inside each of us that can't let the error sit there. If you just tweak it, just fix it a little bit. We just can't bear to let those mistakes slide, and really it's because of our own insecurities. More often than not, when we point out someone else's mistakes, it's not to help them out. We point out other people's mistakes so that everybody else knows that they're human too. If you're like me, and you are, it seems like everybody but you has it together. And when somebody else slips up, even a little bit, it's a relief. Oh my god, other people are human. The word for this amazingly universal lack of empathy comes, appropriately enough, from Germany. It's Schadenfreuda. Pleasure at the pain of others. We like to see other people's imperfections because it makes us feel less bad about the imperfections that we feel we have inside. And weirdly, often it's the people that we like the best that we take the most pleasure in tearing down ourselves. One study showed that the more you envy somebody, or the more that you think that they're better than you, the more Schadenfreude you feel at seeing them fail. And nowhere is this more rampant than the internet. Somebody who's up in the public eye, competing in front of the entire world, can get torn down for not smiling enough. And God help you if you screw up an apostrophe. So all of this perfectionism isn't really about not making mistakes, it's about other people seeing your mistakes. You see, because I know that I react with Schadenfreude to other people's small errors, I'm terrified to make them in public. What we're really scared of is the emotions in other people that we have within ourselves. It doesn't matter if you screw up, as long as you can jump cut away and make sure your mistakes get hidden. What? The success of shows like Fear Factor, Total Blackout, even The Office operate on Schadenfreude. The situations that these characters are in are uncomfortable, awkward, and just all around terrible. And it wouldn't be funny if we were in that situation, but because we're watching it happen to someone else, we eat that shit up. It's why all of our best stories suck at the time they're happening. But then when you tell them years later, you look back and laugh. Because frankly, your problems are pretty funny. Not to you, but to me. But that's a big part of what stops people from creating, being scared of the perfectionists. The internet, the thing that lets us get our stuff out to as many people as possible, also paralyzes us with fear. If you're gonna make something, you have to be okay with the fact that you're gonna make mistakes, other people are gonna find them, and they're going to love pointing them out to you. It's what we do. It's human. It's art. It's the internet. It's life. And if you're making art about life, Schadenfreude is a big part of it. Leave a comment, let me know what mistakes you've made that other people found hilarious, and don't worry about sounding stupid, the internet's not going to give you the benefit of the doubt anyway, no matter what you do. Like ex-KCD artist Randall Monroe said, it's not possible to say something on the internet that's so stupid that people realize you must be joking. So go with it. 50 XP for watching. Peace and love.